Hi everyone and welcome back. This is a makeup tutorial for mature skin. I am not a makeup artist by any means whatsoever. However, since I do YouTube videos, why not incorporate beauty makeup tutorials once in a while? I don't think it hurts anybody. I am 46 years old, soon to be 47. Now, I know I don't need to tell you that, but just so you know, when I do these makeup tutorials, this is what works for me. And for those of you who have mature skin, this might work for you as well. I know that there are a lot of young YouTubers out there that do makeup tutorials, and I think there are very few older women or mature women that do makeup tutorials. So once in a while I will incorporate a makeup tutorial. I have my makeup all laid out. The only thing I have on right now is foundation, so let's get started. Of course, I have to have my primer. Always prime my face before my foundation. This has been my go-to primer for the last maybe 2 weeks. I am in love with this. I did not love it when I first bought it about a month ago. Actually, I so disliked it so much. I was so frustrated with this primer. It is called the Present by Philosophy, and it is Invisible Skin Perfector and Oil-Free Makeup Primer. This stuff is amazing. Once you know how to work with this stuff, you will love this. The key is, the longer you keep this on before you apply your foundation, the better your foundation will go on your skin. So a little goes a long way. It is a little bit tacky, but wait 4 or 5 minutes, even longer if you have to, and then apply your foundation. So this is what I have on. And then I applied one of my favorite foundations by Revlon. This is 24 Hours ColorStay, and it is number 250 Fresh Beige. Now, I don't know about the 24 hours, but it does last a very long time. This foundation works amazing with a damp beauty blender. I don't like to use my fingers or even a foundation brush. I find that this foundation doesn't go onto my skin very nicely. It's not very smooth. So now I'm going to prime my eyelids with Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. A little bit goes a long way. Then I'm dying to use my brand new eyeshadow palette. I just bought this. I have not used this at all. I did a swatch on Snapchat. I also posted this on Instagram. This is by Bobbi Brown. It's Eyes University, and it's amazing. Just bought this at Sephora a day or two ago. And check out these beautiful colors. Most of them are matte, a few are shimmery, but they're absolutely stunning. I'm using Wayne Goss brush number 3 to apply the lightest color, the ivory color. And this will serve as my base, even though I have an eyeshadow primer, but I also like to use a base. This will help the rest of my eyeshadows blend a lot better. And I just tap this on. Now I'm taking brush number 4 to apply my transition color, and this is the Birch color on the creases of my eyes. This step is really important. The transition color has to be blended very well. Otherwise, you're going to get that harsh line that nobody really wants to see. And I'm also taking whatever's left over from the outer corner, moving it to the inner corner. I'm taking brush number 6 to apply this black color, which is called Caviar, to create that smoky eye. And you want to start from the outer corner and just add little by little, just below the transition color. And make sure you blend right at the crease. I'm going to go back and make sure everything is filled and smooth. Now I'm taking the transition color again and just blending where the black meets my transition color. Taking brush number 6, and I'm going to apply the lighter gray color, which is called Fog, on top of the transition color and also the black, so it's right on the crease right here. Then I'm taking brush number 6 again, and I'm going to apply the Stone color, which is a shimmery silver color, on the center of my eyelids to give my eyes a little bit more pop, and just on the center. And blend just a little bit. Taking brush number 6 again, I'm going to apply the second color, which is the cream color. It has a shimmer to it, and I'll apply it right below my eyebrows, right on my brow bone. Just pat it on and blend. Taking that same color, I'm going to put this color on the inner corner. Taking that same brush, I will be using black again to just put a little bit black under my lower eyelashes and blend it in. Now I'm going to take the same brush again and I'm going to apply the lighter color of the grays, which is the stone, under my lower eyelashes on the inner corner. Bring it down just to the middle part where it meets the black. Now I'm taking Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eyeliner. I'm applying this all around my waterline. This is in the color Perversion, which is black. I'm also going to go ahead and apply this a little bit on my eyelashes, right where my eyelashes meet my eyelids. I'm taking brush number 7 to blend my eyeliner because I don't like that harsh look. And now onto my eyebrows. I will be using Benefit Brow Zing. This is in the color Light. And I just follow along the shape of my eyebrows. I don't do anything different. And then I'm using MAC Prep+Prime. I love this stuff. If I'm not using my other mascara, which one is it? The L'Oreal Double Extend. I will be using this along with other mascaras. So this acts as my base or primer. For my mascara, I'll be using Clinique High Impact Mascara. This is another great mascara. Now to highlight and also conceal under my eyes, I'm using YSL Touche Eclat, and this is in shade 2.5. And I just tap it on. And then I'm using the concealer foundation brush by Studio Basics. I think I bought this at CVS, I don't remember. But I'm going to go ahead and use it and tap it on instead of using my fingers. And now moving on to contouring. I love this brush. This is number 2. I use this to contour, apply my blush, and also highlight. I'm using Too Faced. This is the Chocolate Soleil Medium to Deep Matte Bronzer. This is an absolutely gorgeous color. Look how beautiful that is. I only use a little bit. I honestly don't use a lot. I know like a lot of people like to contour all over the place. I don't. And now I'm ready to put on blush using brush number 2. I'm using MAC Sincere Color. I love this color. You can see I use it quite often. Just a little bit on the cheekbones. And this blush is buildable, so you don't want to start off with a lot on your brush. Otherwise you're going to start looking like a clown. I hope I don't look like a clown right now. And now I'm ready to set everything. I'm using brush number 2 again, using IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Translucent Powder. This is one of my favorite setting powders. I love this powder. And let me tell you, your pores will be gone. Bye bye. I'm just going to use a little bit. Using brush number 2, I'm ready to highlight. I'm using MAC Skinfinish Lightscapade color. This is absolutely gorgeous for highlighting. And I'm also going to highlight my chin just a little bit, my forehead, and a little bit on my nose. I'm going to apply MAC Dervish Lip Liner. Love this lip liner. I usually like to use Spice, but I'm falling in love with this color more and more. It is a beautiful, very, very light pink. It's not very pigmented, which I really like. And because I have the smoky eye, I usually like to keep my lips more neutral. And I'm going to line my lips with this color and fill my lips in. And then for my lipstick, I'm using MAC Blankety color. This is such a beautiful neutral color. It's not very pink. It is beautiful color. And for the last step, I'm applying lip gloss. This is by NARS. It's called Hysteria. And this is the final look. So what do you guys think? Yay, nay, too dark? Of course, it's probably too dark, but I would not wear this during the day. It's more of an evening look. I would wear it when I go out with my husband or even girls' night out. And that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. And you guys have been so kind to leave comments on my other videos and send me emails, and nothing but positive. So thank you again, and have a fabulous day, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Dark in this area, and I want my eyes to pop out more. Pop out. Pop more. I'm using blush, brush. They all sound the same after a while. A little bit using blush. I'm using this color. Oh my gosh, I am blind as a bat. You will love what I do on Snapchat. That sounds really awful, but you will like what I, well, you will love what I do on Snapchat. So snap away. Have a fabulous day, and don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. You will make my day. I promise you will make my day. I know you want to make my day.